You're watching Samuel Goodwin on YouTube, and we are this close to 100 subscribers, so stick around to the end and I'll explain how the giveaway is going to work, because somebody is getting something nice. Today I wanted to make the case to you on why you should learn something new, just totally new, totally random, and it kind of doesn't matter what it is. So you're probably already into something that you do that's not just your job, and you probably spent time on that, you're getting pretty good at that, but also probably progress is maybe a little bit slow, and if it's not something relatively new, then you've totally forgotten, I bet, what it was like to learn how to do it in the first place. Learning a new skill can be difficult. Some things are much harder than others. Some things are just physically challenging. For some things, failure is actually sort of painful, like when I fall on the skateboard like I did this morning. When you try to learn something new, it gives you an opportunity to learn a little bit about yourself and how you work, but also it gives you, I think, some insight into learning itself that potentially you can apply the things that you get out of that into the stuff that you actually take more seriously and actually do all the time. So for example, this is a Rubik's Cube. This is technically not the Rubik's Cube, but it's a cube. The same kind of puzzle. So we just got this week. Anna and I have been... Seriously, dude? So we just got this week. Anna and I have been learning how to solve it. I found a decent explanation on YouTube on how to solve it, and it only took us each about 2 hours to learn how to do it without having to check along and make sure we were doing it right. Learning to solve this without having to check anything means learning a few patterns, learning some strategy, and figuring out a way to remember that so that you can do it on command without having to check something. I was surprised how little time it took to learn, but also how much fun it was to do, and now we can like challenge each other. I'll solve it and then she'll solve it and see if she can solve it faster. It's a fun thing to do, and a decent one of these costs about $15. So try that maybe, right? I do not care if I'm super amazing at this. I am not going to train to be the world champion and be the fastest solver. People solve these things in 5 seconds, which is nuts. I have no idea how that works. But I'm not trying to do that, right? Now that I can solve it and I can do it kind of reliably, it's a thing that I do sometimes if I want something to fidget with. And it's a thing that I can say, yeah, I know how to do that. I'm also going to use some of what I learned about doing this when I work on other things like skateboarding or music or anything. I think one thing people often miss when they run into somebody who seems to just learn new things way faster than everybody else is that a lot of things have a lot of overlap to them actually. So the patterns that you need to learn, it's kind of like learning like software algorithms, which is totally something I do because that's my job. And so it wasn't so foreign to me to have to remember these repeatable patterns. Also, visualizing things in sort of 3 dimensions and having kind of a mental image about what's going on. It's a thing that I've been doing because of video games since I was 7, 8, something like that. So that part was not too hard for me, and I had an easier time with that. Anna, for example, is amazing at memorizing things very quickly. She has a lot of experience with that, a lot of work went into that, and so a new thing like this involves memorization, so there's that overlap, and then she gets it really fast. She had learned how to do this before I did, and when I was still forgetting steps sometimes, she was just doing it. And I was a little bit jealous. So give this a try, give something else a try. I think this is cool just because, yeah, in 2 hours you can learn to do it and then you can do it. Other things like skateboarding, for example, will take you way more than 2 hours to be able to do anything that anybody would call impressive, I think. Just because it's a lot harder and there's a lot more like fear to get over. There's no fear here. I can just do whatever. I don't care, right? Like there's no consequence to my body if I do this wrong. Who cares? Now it's messed up. Oops. It's also nice to have things like this where there really are no consequences. If something that you do is your job, there are consequences to doing that job poorly. And even if it's something that you aren't doing for work, but you've been doing for a really, really long time, there can be a certain amount of consequence for like trying to do something new there and failing at it. Because in your head, you're thinking, I've been doing this for a long time. I should be really amazing at this. I should have everything figured out. And then if you try something and it doesn't actually work, that can be sort of hard on your mental state because that conflicts with what you thought of yourself. And now you're having this trouble. And then you maybe start to question, like, why have I been doing this all this time? Why is this so hard? I certainly go through that with skateboarding on a regular basis because I've been skateboarding for years, and you see what I can do. It's not that great. I should be probably able to do more things by now. So one thing that helps with that is to have something like this, where the consequences are really low. You've never done it before, now you're going to. Once you do, you can say, oh, cool, I can do a thing. Maybe that at least gets you some momentum going to go do something else. And maybe you learn something interesting about how your brain works while you figure out this. Okay, so now, for everyone who's made it to the end of the video, here's the details of the contest. For this video right here, if you comment on this video, you will be entered into the contest. When I cross 100, there will be a live stream instead of a regular video. And on that live stream, you can come and ask questions, give your comments, tell us, talk to us in the chat about whatever kinds of things that you're working on that you're excited about, because I would actually really love to hear that, and that would be really cool. And during that live stream, we will pick out the winner of the giveaway. So the prize will be a skill toy thing of your choice. It kind of depends on where you live. Certain things are illegal, like even Balisong trainers are apparently illegal in certain places. And maybe you already have one of these, or you already have a yo-yo or something and you would actually like to try something else. But whoever wins, I will contact you and we'll figure out what we can do to get you something you can be excited about. I know not all of you care about yo-yos. Maybe actually what you need is a set of skateboard wheels because your wheels are super worn out and you can't afford new ones or something. But if you win the contest, we'll work out something to make you happy. It'll be fun. So this is just my way to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed so far. I didn't really think that I would get this far when I started this, and now I've got almost 100 people who said, yeah, I want to watch your stuff. And on some videos, more than 100 people actually watch it. So I think that's really cool. And now I just want to see how far we can go. So thanks for subscribing. Please continue to watch. Tell your friends about it. And if there's something you want to see, if you want to see me try something, I'm actually super down if you've got ideas of something that I haven't tried yet. Or if you have something that you think I need to learn on something that I've already tried, like if you've got ideas for Balisong tricks for me to work on, then I will totally give them a shot and maybe actually learn it if I can, but we'll see. And we'll just have fun, and hopefully this will be remotely encouraging to you. And I hope you're having a nice day and you're drinking water and you're taking care of yourself, and get some sunlight on you while the sun is up. It's probably good for you. And we'll see you next week, hopefully with the live stream, because we'll get the last 2 subscribers we need to cross 100 and do the giveaway. So comment below to enter the drawing, and yeah, cross your fingers.